So how are we gonna do the scene, boy?
Well, first we have to wait for the pop to get here.
Pop delivery! Poppin' fresh. What's up, Pop Squad? Andrew, Luke back again. We managed to snag a little something from Gemini.
Not a little something, a lot of something. There was something that was going off and on Gemini. If you don't know, it was a Skeletor pop. Very excited.
And I'm just ripping this open.
Might as well. Very excited to get this. It was actually being sold on eBay as well. We managed to not have to pay the price on eBay, even though it's only like a $4 difference. But, or a little bit more. How'd the packet? Looks good. I don't even have to see the pop to know that the sticker and the colors are awesome on this. This is the Battle Armor Metallic Skeletor. Isn't he always in his Battle Armor?
Skeletor.
I feel like he always is. No, he's not. I guess
Well, the other one I think
it's just his chest.
Yeah, the chest
He just
plate.
has his chest showing.
Yeah.
Piece. So, pop looks great. I really like the colors on it. They're very vibrant. Compared to the old Skeletor, I think this looks way better. But it makes sense.
The other, you mean the other?
The original
metallic?
ones. The original Skeletors.
Because they did what, 2 or 3 variants of him,
yes. Right? And they look good, but obviously the amount of detail they have now, just like I don't think it can even compete with it, which makes sense.
So how big of a Masters of the Universe fan are you?
Not really big. More of like seeing people enjoying it, stuff like Beastman or Mossman, people liking that. Or what's the one character who also looks like the character from Final Fantasy? I think it's on the back here. This Orko. He kind of looks like the character from Final Fantasy.
Oh, the mage guy.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about. So that's the only stuff that I know. I know that he's in Castle Grayskull, and I know that He-Man's his enemy. Yep. That's all I know. I don't know much else.
That's all you got.
Skeletor. I like Skeletor a lot, actually.
No, Skeletor was actually like a pretty cool character. You know, Master Universe was huge in the 80s.
Yeah.
Started making a comeback, I guess, right?
That was like one of the big things alongside G.I. Joes with action figures. It was huge with action figures.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is. I do see a lot of people now saying I love Masters of the Universe. I never really.
We're slightly too. We slightly missed it. I feel like, but I know my brother who's older than me. He had a lot of Masters of the Universe toys. We even had. We had like the Castle Grayskull playset. Awesome. Back in the day, but
what would he say if he saw something? Oh, you like that too now? Let's talk. Let's talk.
He'd be like, Skeletor.
Yeah, he probably would. I don't know why he'd do that voice, but he probably would say that.
That is like the Skeletor voice.
So one, how do you feel about Gemini dealing with this? How they dealt with this? Taking invoices, dropping it multiple times on different days.
Well, I mean, at least like it gave people opportunities.
Yeah.
You know, this sold. Every time it goes up, it sells out within a couple minutes. Like like even if you get there in 5 minutes, you're probably gonna miss it.
Yeah, and I think also with this, people were you talk about the price. Gemini is known for not selling it at retail price. Same as Toy Tokyo. Same as a lot of others. Well, a few other stores. What's the other New York store that's always gets the
Fugitive or
yes, Fugitive Toys always gets like the White Lantern pops. They never sell it at retail. There are definitely stores who do that. So I feel like if you complain about those stores, you would think that same way about this. If you don't complain about them, then it's whatever to you. You know, the price isn't. It's not like it's insane. It's 20 plus shipping, or is it 25 plus shipping?
No, it's 20 plus. I think it came out to like $25-ish.
But they were doing invoices, so they were allowing people to get into it as long as they were responding to them. So anyone who really, really wanted it could get it. And then they even started selling it on eBay, which I mentioned earlier. They were selling it for a little bit more. I think it was $35, and they were selling it online, and they managed to sell a lot. But I think the thing was people were hyping it up. They weren't able to get any. Like, oh, we're not going to be able to get it, and they put it up 3 or 4 times.
Well, I feel like Gemini exclusives, they're really hot in the beginning and you can't get them, and then, you know, if you just kind of wait out the process. Same thing happened with, what was it, Flock Dior.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they have
like 4 or 5 times.
A couple different Huckleberry Hounds now, they have like plenty of them. So it's like, you know, if you really want Skeletor, you just got to wait it out. I guess I'm surprised that Funko does more of the enemy. Like they've done more Skeletors. You know, they had the Chase, Merman.
That many Beastmen.
They had 2 Beastmans. Yeah, but you know, He-Man. They did this one, and then the one from the other series, and then I think they did like a Freddy Funko He-Man, but you know, surprise! It's not like metallic He-Man. It's metallic Skeletor.
Is the villains. I mean, you can see that the wave is the villains. But Andrew, that's not all. We got a huge haul for you today. This is the only thing. This was just a little bit of a taste, a little appetizer for what we got going on, and it's something that
let's move them out of the way, I guess.
Something that you need to, because this one is huge.
Huge.
This is the 10-inch Target exclusive Pikachu, and first thing I gotta say about this, I feel like it's the biggest pop. Every time I see these 10 inches, I feel like they're bigger.
Let's compare.
So if you show, and I think one has to do with his ears. And I don't know what else really would have to do. When I saw Thanos, I thought Thanos was huge too. But this looks insane. This really looks insane.
The head proportion to the body is just so
is weird,
crazy. I think.
Yeah. And
that's what makes him larger.
Well, even this, the head on that one is different, but this one, because it's 10 inch, they just said, oh, let's freaking even blow it up even more. It is cool if you're a Pokemon fanboy like us. Definitely something that you would need to have. I think it looks cool.
Definitely fanboys.
Obviously, it's just a 10-inch version of the Pikachu that we already showed you, so it's not much difference besides it just being massive. We like things that are massive. So
I guess that's all the 10-inch pops, though.
Thanos was huge. Mickey was huge. Yeah, I think it's just a weird...
The Raptor, so it's the... I do wish they would change them slightly, you know, to make people...
To make them more of an exclusive...
Right.
Yeah, some variant of it. I agree. I'm not... I mean, the 10 inches are cool, but now, they're kind of just, And now everything's becoming... We wanted a 10 inch before because it's it meant something. Now it's kind of like...
Yeah, I think we talked about it a couple months ago in a video about, we haven't seen a 10 inch in a long time. And then now they're kind of flooding the market. It seems like...
it's hard
every
to
month
find
it's a couple 10 inches.
Yeah, it's hard to find. Yeah, and you would want one a month would be okay. That's cool, but now it's we went from saying we want a 10 inch this is too many now. And
because just in the past, the Raptor from Jurassic Park, Ultra Dinosaur, Mickey Mouse.
There's gonna be multiple Mickeys,
Dobby.
4 or 5 Mickeys, Dobby, Buzz again.
Yeah, everybody and their mother is just getting the 10 inch.
And the Mickeys it's the colorway, and it's the black and white one. They had it's a lot, but we still love it. Still really happy to have these.
It's tough though because these take up a lot of space.
Yeah.
It's,
you can tell it's what you can take up space with this. You can put 4 pops pretty much in here. 4 pops.
This is
the base of it.
Almost the length of 2.
It's the length of 2. So you pretty much can have what this takes up. You could have 8 pops in its space, which is very hard. So maybe this. I feel like you almost have to go out of box with this and put it somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean this is if you want to display it out of box, it's more of it's more noticeable than the smaller one.
It's definitely much harder to collect the 10 inches because they're. I feel like that if you had all the 10 inches that are out, you would just take up way more space than what you would have with your pops.
Right.
It'd just be huge. But it's still cool.
But that's not all.
And something tells me that he's got a lot more coming in. What else we got?
I wish we had more Pokemon pops, but...
Not yet. Don't worry, they're coming, guys.
But I managed to grab from the Blizzard shop the Halloween Skin Witch Mercy and the Cultist Zenyatta. I remember I was talking about this on a previous video, how we ordered them. Finally came in, super excited.
So originally they said that they were coming at the end of November, so I'm glad that they did that. But the thing I wanted to mention, and this is something that has actually been happening a couple times, Funko included, stores are starting to mess up on how they're sending these pops. We've seen a lot of issues with the pops when they come out of the box. We've seen pictures of people with the Zenyatta with the head popped off.
Yeah.
And the orbs falling on the side. Even with us, with the Fruit Pie Magician, the wand broke on us.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that where we used to see it with Reinhardt with his hammer. It makes sense.
What? Yeah, we had that on camera, actually.
Definitely more fragile.
Well, it's weird because it seems like there could be an easy solution for that. Like the Fruit Pie Magician, his wand. I know we were praising him hard, but
so sad.
He holds
that's
the
why
wand out, like,
when you do watch that video, that's why you see that it's just a picture of it. The wand actually snapped. Very sad for us.
Yeah, so I thought, you know, if you just had him gripping it and made it like, you know,
further down on his hand instead of him holding it like a little piece of thread.
Yeah.
Like a thread.
That's just a solution.
Or if they had a stand for him because he couldn't stand up because he was fat because he's lopsided. Yeah. If they had him like that, like an actual fruit pie instead of an empanada, which Andrew said, and they had a stand for him, it would have never happened. But it's just like stuff like that. This I'm very scared to open. 100% scared, very scared to open. It looks awesome. The cultist, it looks great.
Well, I like that these are completely different from their normal.
Yeah, completely
skins.
Different. Variant skin, completely different stance. Looks awesome.
Yeah, their stances are completely different. You know, she's riding on the broom. He's, you know, floating in the air. I guess still.
He has his hands to the side. I guess it's just the variant is just so different with the orbs in the background. Because he didn't have the orbs in the background in his original one. No. So they actually has the orbs, which that's probably why.
That's why I'm hoping. So you know, they did a couple of those. There's like the Mape Blizzard or the Grill Master Soldier. I'd like to see more variants as opposed to the color swaps. I think we've mentioned that like 100 times, but I like driving the point home.
I think that's what they need to be doing. They need to not just do we changed the color. Oh, we just made it.
Yeah.
You know, more vibrant, or made it blue instead of green. It's like, no, when you do stuff like this, that's like, okay. Because
that makes you want to, like, it makes you spend the money easier because you're like, oh, this is completely different.
It's automatic. It's if you're collecting, it's like, yeah, I want to get them, I really like them. Oh, no. Literally the second they came up, Andrew said, well, look what I just got. And they shipped earlier than we accepted them too.
I know something else about recent Overwatch pops. They usually, for you inbox collectors, I guess this will be a big thing. Like these, like the boxes are a little like they feel stuffed because they're using the double plastic instead of just the one. I guess
does it
to hold them better. It makes sense for him because like there's so many parts. I guess they can fall out.
So what to Andrew's point, they have the back. The pop is always just sitting in that part. Then they use a part in the front of it to make sure that it stays there. So literally it's like a sandwich on the pop to make sure that it's very secure. They definitely did it for Reinhardt.
Well, with the 6-inch boxes, it works better because the boxes are a little bigger. With the 3-inch boxes, it's, you know, they feel a little stuffed.
Yeah, that's what I'm nervous to take him out because I'm scared that something's gonna happen back here.
I can't wait. I think
he still looks great, and then Mercy always looks awesome. Obviously, there's a lot of fans of Mercy. It's gonna look awesome.
I'm opening them right here.
Right here, right now. Let's see, Andrew. Here's the double stuffed Oreo.
Yeah.
You can see, and they have the snaps, which is something we still don't understand why they get snaps, why they don't get snaps. Okay, and the pop is out.
I noticed. I didn't know. Oh, it's a different stand.
Okay, so let's see this. Looks great. He looks so good. Oh yeah.
And then he has
the stance is different. He's not holding.
Then he has a hole in the butt.
He does have a hole in the butt. Slide it in.
Ooh, this is a little loose.
Okay, so we're not, when we take this video, we're not gonna when we zoom in on it, we're not gonna let you guys.
This one would be so cool out of box, but the snap in the back.
It doesn't snap.
Not well.
Okay, so that definitely can be. We're gonna. I mean, you guys have already seen it. You'll see the picture of it, what it looks like. It's just so sad that we can't let it stand up. Looks cool. The stance is actually different. He has his hands to his side as the original Zenyatta did, but he doesn't have his feet, you know, kind of in that like that pretzel stage. It's actually kind of spread out. He's kind of like floating like.
I like this because the chains are like individually linked, so you can feel them all. It's actually really good. I love it.
I think that's the.
I'm waiting for the skull.
That's the best looking pop that I think that might be the best looking pop I've ever seen.
Hey.
I'm gonna say it right now.
Better than Chief.
Better than Chief. I 100% think that is better than Chief. I may actually have to get one now because of how good it looks. But that didn't do it for us, guys. You saw everyone. You saw Pikachu. Skeletor. You saw Mercy. You saw Cultist Zenyatta. Oh! Almost dropped it.
Hey, almost dropped it.
But that's going to do it for us, guys. If you have any comments, leave them down below. If you have pops, if you have horror stories like we almost did when we put